Well, Congressman McHenry, welcome to Bills and Brews.
Thanks for having me on, Matt.
What beers did you bring for us today?
Well, we've got two from Asheville. One is the Green Man ESB Extra Special Bitter. Very tasty, and it's a small brewery. They distribute just in western North Carolina and eastern Tennessee. The other is the granddaddy of them all in Asheville, and it's Highland Brewing, the largest in Asheville. And the sixth largest in the southeast, and you can get it in stores around as far north as D.C. and Maryland.
Thanks for having us in your home today, Congresswoman.
Absolutely. Nice to have you here.
Understand you brought us some frothy treats from up in Maine?
Well, I couldn't bring enough with me today, but I found these right here in D.C., which shows just how wonderful the distribution is of Maine beer. This is Maine Beer Company from Freeport, Maine.
Is that in your district, or
Absolutely.
you love all Maine products?
We love all Maine products. We'll just give you a little there. And we got another one open here, this Allagash White.
And Allagash is kind of the biggest one.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well everywhere. We got some Shipyard. A lot of people have been drinking Shipyard for quite a while. Here, cheers or skål or whatever your beer slogan is.
So I understand you have an interesting personal history with Maryland's brewing scene. Heavy Seas Brewery there, you have a personal connection with.
Well, Hugh Sisson is a friend. He's the person behind Heavy Seas. He used to have a restaurant across from Cross Street Market. He started the craft brewing in that restaurant. I was honored to tap the first keg of beer that came out of his restaurant. So I've been a supporter of the craft brewing industry for a long time.
There was no Asheville beer scene 20 years ago, and now it's it's got more breweries per capita than any other place on the planet.
We are very proud of our Maine brewers, and we have people who've been brewing Maine beer for quite a long time, but there's been a huge explosion in the last couple of years. I think possibly the number of small breweries has doubled in Maine in the last couple of years, and I think they're 51 today, so pretty exciting.
And why do you think that is? Were any state laws changed, or it's just the culture has changed?
I think the culture's been there, but the interest is so huge. I mean, people, the kind of people who used to walk into a bar and say, give me a Bud Light or a PBR, now are saying, what have you got for your local beers? And they have their loyalties and certain ones that they like.
And now with Shipyard, you'd think from shipbuilding and just a shipping town on the coast or state on the coast that they'd be into a little harder booze after all that time out on sea.
Well, Maine did have a long tradition of distilleries, and actually a lot of small distilleries are coming back as well, and we're very proud about that. We're a very entrepreneurial state, and everybody's good about starting it right in their basement.
And this is only really craft brewing is just taken off as a national phenomenon, kind of the past decade. So you were kind of at the cusp of this.
That's right. This was a little before that time when craft breweries were basically declining in this country because of the large consolidation of the beer industry. But now we have literally thousands of craft brewers growing up all over the country. We have 30-some in Maryland, and it's growing, and we expect another dozen shortly. So it's an industry that's growing, job growth, but most importantly, innovation, and bringing out new products in exciting ways.
Now, so why are you on the Brewers Caucus? Is this just for young voters down there in Asheville?
No, it's because I represent Asheville, and this is a huge growing opportunity for us for jobs. There are about 10,000 jobs statewide supported by brewing in North Carolina. 20 years ago, that would be approximately zero, other than our legacy of moonshine in western North Carolina. So it's because I represent Asheville and I see the good stuff that these small businesses are doing. Yeah, Asheville's got this very cool culture, but this diversifies the economy beyond manufacturing that's been there and tourism, and actually goes a little further into that merger of a different type of manufacturer and the art scene, the culture piece, the food scene in Asheville. It's very cool.
So we understand you're a bartender and that you still serve. Could you flesh this out for us?
Well, I own a inn and restaurant that operates from May through November. And we have a great bar. It's very busy every night in the summer, and we have maybe 250 customers who come into our restaurant. And we try to grow a lot of our food. We have an organic farm, and so we grow as much as we can. We don't make our own beer, but we sell a lot of great Maine beers, and I'm excellent behind the bar, I must say.
Nice.
I have a lot of specialty drinks. I'm very good at a mojito. When you work behind the bar, you have a lot of, you chat a lot with the customers. People often bring political, concerns to me, and we chat away. I make them more drinks. The nice thing is, in the morning, they just forget everything that we talked about. So it's good. Works out well. Unlike voters.
Well, next time we have you on, we're going to have to sit down for a beer.
Absolutely. As long as it's Maryland, as long as it's craft brew.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You got to come visit.